Welcome to Daily Timothy Time. My name is Karl Coates, and it's a privilege, pleasure, and an absolute joy to be with you once again with an open King James Bible today, Friday, the 22nd of August, 2025. Gentle listener, we're in the book of 2nd Thessalonians. We're in chapter 2, and we've slowed the pace right down. The reason being is I just wanted to spend a little bit more time expounding the verses to you. This is a really important chapter. You know, oftentimes people will look at Pauline grace believers, such as myself in this ministry, and they'll say, hey, you guys only read Paul's epistles. You all about Paul, Paul, Paul. You never read any other part of the Bible. Well, that's not true. When we come into 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, when you read through this passage and study it out, Paul expects us to know what's gone on in time past, and he expects us to have an understanding of what's going to happen in the ages to come. How do I know that? Verse 5, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. Paul has expounded to the Thessalonians a lot of information. So let me get to reading, and I'll expound to you as best I can with a little bit of time that we do have. So let's get to it. I'm going to pick up from verse 3 today. I know we've covered this, but I want to pick it up just so you get the flow of the passage a little bit better. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Verse 4, this is where we're picking up today. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that he is God. Verse 5, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And in Paul 5:6, we'll cover that in the oncoming days. Folks, when you're in chapter 4, here's a few passages that you need to go and give a read. Take it back to your own personal study. I don't, you know what, folks, I don't expect you to grasp it just like that. It takes prayerful reading and meditation on this. It takes some time to wrap your head around this. But listen, hear me out. Verse 4. What you want to do is go over to Ezekiel chapter 28. Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 1 and 2, for example. You can also look at, here's another thought that I'm going to submit to you. Where we are in verse 4, I've got a note written in my Bible from one of the studies I did here. This is the climax of the lie program that Satan told Eve. That goes right back to Genesis. And also too, go to John chapter 8, verse 44. In fact, let's quickly, we got a little bit of time. John 8, verse 44. We all know this chapter. We all know this passage. Gosh, the time's fleeting away. John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So, yeah, this is the climax of the lie program. The son of perdition sitting on the throne as God, and yeah, so much to say, and I just see the time's up here. Also, something to consider, go over to Revelation chapter 13. Give Revelation chapter 13 after you've read verse 4 and 5. Go and check that out. And one last thought before I end off here to close off. When you're in verse 4 here, this is the second, you're entering into the great tribulation, the back end, the last 3.5 years, you're going into that phase. It's the start of that phase that we're going into. Anyway, time's up, folks. Wherever you are around the world, thank you for listening. Please, if you want to, share this on your socials. And remember, most of all, to keep your sword sharp, soldier. Till we meet again tomorrow if the Lord tarries. Grace and peace to you. Maranatha.